For the last few years, I've been part of a team that bought small businesses, put them under management, and then sold them to investors. And we've conducted a kind of systematic experiment on how to improve small business. We have purchased small businesses as part of a partnership, or purchased small businesses on our own. We've purchased small businesses using institutional money, like from banks or investment firms. We've also used seller financing. We've bought companies that were absentee owned. We've bought companies and asked the owner to stay in. We've looked for companies that specifically had an assistant manager that was ready for a promotion and a raise, to step up so that the investors could take a back seat. And we went about trying to automate small business. We tried multiple SaaS platforms that were supposed to run companies from top to bottom. We tried CRMs that were just kind of generic CRMs, and some that were industry specific. We tried several different accounting softwares. And I can tell you that there is a gaping hole in the education available for the small business community. Not just for small business owners, but for professionals as well. We've dealt with so many accountants who are good accountants and good attorneys who just don't understand the needs of small business owners or the small business community. And it's not their fault. I think it's just that nobody's talking about this stuff. What happens when you bounce a paycheck? What happens if you're going to be late on rent? What happens if you have to negotiate with the IRS or with your creditors? How do you have those conversations? And instead, we consider them taboo and we don't talk about them. And then when they come out in due diligence, everybody's surprised, and that usually kills the deal. Where these things are actually pretty normal. And if small business owners knew how to address it, or knew how to talk about it, or weren't deathly afraid of the ramifications of missing a payroll payment on payroll tax, that's scary. Don't do it if you can help it. But because nobody's discussing this or talking about it, there really isn't a lot of help available. And that's what we want. We want to create a community where we can come together, compare notes, and really help each other out. I think there is a lot of room for small business to improve. There's a lot of room for us as small business professionals to do a better job of helping small business owners. And there is a lot of room for investors to get involved with small business. And that's kind of a blue ocean. That there is enormous amounts of money to be made for investors who figure out how to crack this nut. If we can figure out how to improve small businesses systematically and together, then we all stand to benefit. And I look forward to having those conversations together.